Hello everyone, welcome back to Fableheim and Knock on the Coffin Lid, the Nightmares of Milenis. Today, the heroine Vanadis continues to unravel the mysteries of Midian in the next tarot. And if you're enjoying the shenanigans, feel free to video. It is about the channel. Today we're playing with the High Priestess. At the start of battle, Vanadis does not have summon points. Upon taking health damage from attacks, she gains a summon. Hard times don't happen only to you. This is a rule of the universe. Now, when I first read this, immediately popped into mind is perhaps the honey badger. However, the honey badger depends a lot on the honey badger. In fact, you could say the entire class is based around it. But we're going to follow the trend of using the first class for Vanadis, the Elevated Boardtamer. The pet does not lose block. If the pet takes damage, all allies restore 10 health and 2 connection. We can make use of this in order to replenish the HP that we are losing by being attacked. Because even though we may be able to get around not taking a whole lot of damage early on, well, inevitably, eventually, we will be punched. So, the High Priestess. A shaman seeks to bestow the fire spirits with a gift made of the branch of the Tree of Life on behalf of the steppe spirits. To pass the test, the High Priestess will present the gift to a demonic idol. It's all clear, is it? I'll go to the shaman, take the gift for the spirits of fire, and give it to a demonic idol. What could possibly go wrong? We'll soon find out. We're, of course, on hardcore difficulty, and it sounds like we're going to the Crimson Steppes. Considering how much time I've spent in the Rotten Bog, it will be a nice change of pace. Shall we upgrade 2 cards? That sounds fun. So one of the great things about the Boardtamer Vanadis is that she has all the pieces already built into her kit to do some absolutely gnarly piercing damage. On top of that, her defensive card restores HP. So in theory, even without the glory of Prince, we should be able to bonk. Now the question is, how do we bonk the best? That is a puzzle for the ages. I wonder. It might not hurt to go towards the Lichen for some defense. I'd also like to get these question marks out of the way. Oh, there are a lot of... Hold on, wait a minute. Are we getting full question back? I think we are, team. Let's go full question back. Oh, right, I start with a lucky sword. I also start with 3 evasions, so that's neat. That's pretty neat. If the enemy has 10 breach, gain 1 energy. Not quite. Alright.
A breather never hurt anybody.
So yeah, thanks to the elevated status of our class, this should really be no big deal.
Easy.
That yellow number was a crit thanks to the lucky sword. Increasing connection increases the card's damage by 2. Draw a card of your choice from the draw pile and increases cost by 1. This is pretty powerful if we upgrade it. So I guess we'll take it. This is basically saying look into your deck and pluck out a card. Who would say no to that? Not me. It's a bear. It's a plane. It doesn't want me to play skills, but I can. So what do we really want to make this build better? Upgrades? Upgrades.
That's an interesting reaction to your blows.
Bonk. Upgrades, draw. This would be good. Again, we want to upgrade this, but the more breach that we can inflict, the more our piercing damage will do. And the question now is, do we go... Not a question, we go to the question mark. My pet noticed a beehive on a tree and bolted off towards it. And before I knew it, the boar had knocked the beehive off a tree and gulped it down in one fell swoop. The bees had managed to evacuate and hung over him like a cloud, and he lazily drove them away with his tail. When they flew away, my boar started to swell. He was covered with huge blisters, especially his muzzle. He was so swollen that even I could not recognize him. He looked like my great uncle. You should have seen him. Not my uncle. I mean my boar. Poor Prince. Unfortunately for Prince, I haven't even seen him yet. Evasion, huh? Well, okay. So, Jingle Hat gives me one more stack of evasion. The rubber helmets gives me a free attack. And if we can find the robber booties, that free attack will then inflict poison. I am into it. The downside is, well, no, I'm into it. Of course, Vanadis herself was also once upon a time a bandit, so that's quite fitting. There's, of course, the Thundering Mountain set, but unfortunately, this is all based around armor and gold and blah, 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 blah. We don't need the pet resurrection potion. We could go for the troll leather boots. One of the downsides of not having a pet until we take damage is eventually we are going to take damage. And Vanadis has an exceptionally low health pool on the higher difficulties. So having increased max HP would not be the worst decision ever. We also could just grab an Elven Ale. I could move a card. And because I'm a greedy sod, we'll move a defensive card. We want to remove 2 defensive cards. I think 1 is enough. Yes, okay. Now, eventually, we're going to want to equip our bow. But until then... Oh. A bleeding bandit will hardly arouse pity in anyone. But it could have been me. I used to live by brigandage myself, and believe me, it is not a trade you choose on a whim. It's 5 strength. The elixir helped the poor man and gave him strength. Somehow, it gave me strength too. Well, that's not what I was expecting to happen, but I am in for it. Oh. Whoa, look at this. This is new. Okay. I respect it. It's very much in your face, but it also provides you with every single detail possible, which is new. I like it. Now, the Provoker's Mask is something we could wear. If we plan on relying on evasion to not die. Do I want a skin? That is the Iker, that is Sigismund, that is the zombie. Of course, we're going with Sigismund. We always wanted to be queen. I always found elves to be two-faced, and now I had further proof of that. I bumped into one of their scouts, and instead of attacking me, as per usual, that squirt reminded me of the old friendship, and asked for help. He had tracked down a dwarven commander not far from here, but was afraid to attack him alone. I figured out everything at once. No elves were left in this part of the frontier, but there were bandits, and they were what he was looking for. Taking me for a bandit, he promised he'd only take the letters and maps from the dwarves, and that all the gold would be mine. To make his offer even more tempting, the cheeky elf threatened to kill me if I refused. How rude, alright. The deal was fair, although cynical. I agreed. Blood for the blood gods. Sure, we can use that as a special attack. So... I would like to delete the general, El General, but we want to get rid of you first. Done. Unfortunately, that has enraged the dwarves, but I don't care, you see. Boom. That +5 strength from healing the bandit is gonna make us go very far. methinks. See? And I'm critting with my sword, and it's all beautiful. Hello. Deal 7 damage once for every enemy on the battlefield. That could be helpful. Deal 1 piercing damage for all connection, and lose all connection. This could actually be... no. 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 We use series. This could actually be used against the final boss as well because it's 3 units. I'll take it. And the trap, sure. Oh no. The jingle amulet. I wish I had taken the hat now. The jingle amulet is good, but it does increase the damage we take by 30%, which could kill us. At the start of the battle, move a random talent to hand. This could be really helpful, and it's plus 20 HP, but I want the plus 1 energy. You know what? Greed is good. Oh, I didn't get to kill the elf? That might be a Bjorn thing. I decided to go straight through a ruined elven outpost and ran into a group of dwarves who were moving towards me. I had mere moments to decide whether to hide or to fight. I managed to lurk into a half-burned house and hid amongst the rubble. The dwarves passed on by. Oh, okay. Now, I should be able to train... How do I do this again? Hey, Prince. I wanted to look at my elevation bonus, because I think I can train and... I think I can do training and training at the same time, but just in case we're not going to, we're just going to upgrade our punch. This is going to be our most valuable damaging asset, so... Again, nice. Break his ribs. A random potion. We'll get some barbs. I could really use some more HP. Why would a couple of huge dwarfs attack a fragile girl? Has this world gone crazy? No, it has always been like that. Humans will never understand the motives of other nations. They are very different, and we have so little in common. If the dwarves get it in their stubborn heads that we are their enemies, then nothing will ever knock it out of there. The two stubborn, self-confident blockheads who needed a good beating, and I had to do it on my own. Why would a couple of brawny dwarves attack a fragile girl? You're a girl? Well, I can't really tell human females and males apart. It suddenly occurred to me that I have never seen a dwarven woman. Who do you think we are, then? No, it can't be. We are sisters. Really?
These two may be annoying, but killing them should feel nice.
Really? I worry about a great many things. Trick. Punching. Punch. Do. Punch. Alright, screw it. I was mathing. Alright, so as dwarves, they are dwarves.
They wash with their own blood.
Do I want more bleeding or do I want this? This is 24 damage. Alright. Oh, I thought that was an AoE. Well, shite. Alright, so this guy's gonna die. I could even... Meh.
Rest.
Killing, no! Alright. As long as it doesn't attack 3 times or more, I think we've done it. Just by sheer brute force. Nice. Sheer brute force. Mark the target. Deal 4 damage and place 4 marks until the end of the turn. Upon taking damage from attacks, deal additional damage for each mark. What do you mean? Permafrost isn't bad. Deal additional damage for each mark. Does that mean, like, if he has 6 marks, he'll take 6 damage? You know what? I'm going to do this for science. I think I've used this once, but I can't recall. The Bone Bow. Lose 2 energy. Yeah, go fuck yourself. We're taking the Bone Bow. So the Bone Bow can actually solve quite a few problems. Gain 1 immune and 5 blight. I think... no. That's a no. No. Trick or punching? Go punching. I understand how I'm affecting global events. Those events taking place everywhere in our world. Without the dwarves I killed, they won't be able to take over the frontier, and all of Vanadis' plans will go south. It is so nice to feel important. Alright. So, Bone Bow equipped. Why does this solve our problems? This gives us Balm, and upon taking damage during your turn, increases Balm by 1 and increases maximum health by 10. So we can use this while we have our evasion to increase our max HP to then tank a hit from the enemy. I have a sneaking suspicion I'm about to have to reset, though. The Oblivion Herb has a beneficial magical effect, but it is slightly poisonous. However, you can still try to benefit from it without doing much damage to yourself. Chew on a leaf. I kind of want to get rid of Series of Strikes, then. It's not bad. It's just not great. Ooh. How many cards am I about to burn here? I didn't get to select another option. Well, the Peace Pipe. To see an orc in a good mood, you have to smoke a peace pipe with him. I had such an opportunity, but I wasn't sure if I needed it. Shamans say that the primordial spirits of the steppes share their wisdom through that pipe. Ask about the gifts. The prophecy says... it says things. Says that you'll make me a gift for the steppe spirits from the branch of the Tree of Life. I don't know about any prophecies. Bring the stem of the Mushroom of Life to the Golden Goblin. It just keeps getting worse. What a branch of the Tree of Life do? Do you know where to find it? I don't. And you'll never know. Bring me the Mushroom of Life stem. Where can I find it? Underground. Where do I find the Golden Goblin? In the Goblin Town. Isn't it obvious? Obvious? I wouldn't call it that. Don't mess with my head. So we can go ahead and smoke here. Smudge your pet with incense. Since I've never summoned my pet, I don't think I'm going to do this. We're going to smoke. This will give us 5 random cards, I believe, that we get to pick from. I like this. We'll take it. We're focused entirely on... we're focused entirely on attacks for Vanadis specifically. Yikes. Okay. Ignition. Backhand, I guess. If stays in hand, lose 5 health and gain 1 strength. This might actually be okay with the Bone Bow. Actually, no, this I don't scale fast enough for that. I get 3 Balm. I would need, like, Troll Armor with this as well. Although now I can heal on the thing of bleeding, right? With, where'd it go? Is it not in my inventory yet? We'll try self-destruction. I never use it. Probably because it's very sketchy. Okay, so we need to go to the Goblin Town. Just down here. Ooh, we're gonna go bonk the one guy. Okay. I tested the growth elixir on my pet, and I really liked its effect. It was a great idea. I made a deal with the goblin alchemists. They agreed to share the elixir with me if I killed one eccentric fat orc gardener. His fat will make so much potion that there will be enough for everyone. Unfortunately, I met that orc. He turned out to be a nice guy, so now I'm remorseful. In other circumstances, we could have become friends. So, the orc, I still don't know how to do this, but he wants to have a friend. So if we have someone who can tag along, I guess we can buy the elf from the bandit camp. That might be how we do it. But I'm going to try and kill the orc. But under the current circumstances, I'm putting him under the knife for a bottle of elixir. My health isn't high enough, I gotta be honest. Okay. We're just gonna do a baby shot here. Boom. We need some draw. One of the great strengths of the Foxy Vanadis is that she just has draw built into her kit. I do not possess such luck. Can I get backstab? Ah, no, I cannot. He has no wards. Maybe mark the target. Oh, it's going to cost 4 mana, though. I could draw Praises to get out of here. That might be the play. In fact, that feels like the play. You hate to see it. Alright, whatever. So this is going to hurt. Okay, there it is. And then I'm going to gain Balm, and life is going to be swell. He's going to heal himself. Alright, let's see how this works. So we deal 10 damage and then place 4 marks. Will this... what's half of 276? He's not there yet, okay. Looks like it did damage based on the mark. Okay. Not ideal, but it is free damage. And free damage is pretty good. We're going to take more damage again. We'll gain more strength. And I believe this orc only ever attacks, like, once at a time. So. Farewell, Lord Friend. The Elixir of Growth. We gain 50 HP, increase Master HP by 50, and gain 3 strength until the end of the game. You better believe we're drinking that right now. I'm skipping that. Troll leather armor, yes. Now we're healing. Wow, we have a really cool build going. It kind of makes me want to not reroll. But we do what we must. We do what must be done.
So, who do you say you met? Oh, it's not important anymore.
The power of the bone bow. One of the dangers of this zone is that everything has ward, basically. So, you know, our breach doesn't really work, but we do so much breach damage that we can kind of just ignore it. A gang of orcs jumped on an old goblin intending to have fun. They could not even imagine how much fun they were going to have. Of all of the goblins in the Crimson Steppes, they chose the one that was too tough for them. Although the goblin looked very ordinary, he had recently fallen into a cauldron with the growth elixir and gained superpowers. If the other goblins find his secret, they will all start bathing in the elixir and become super goblins. The consequences are difficult to predict, but they'll be bad for the orcs. The other races will not remain untouched too. We can't let the goblins steal the beans. Alright. By the way, he has 10 ward. Yikes. Had to figure out how to do that with the least amount of mana. 10 bomb, though. That's not bad. Then self-destruct is going to give us more HP and more strength. This is such a cool combo. Oh, it hurts me that I'm going to reroll. But Fabe, just don't reroll. 69, nice. That is an option, I suppose. I could just go kill him. The automaton, that is. A gang of orcs jumped on an old goblin intending to have fun. They couldn't... Oddly enough, my help was just what the orcs needed. The goblin turned out to be monstrously strong. What makes you think the goblin is old? How do you determine their age? I don't mention his age, though. You need to chop off a goblin's head and look at the cut of his neck. The more rings you see, the older the goblin. He's like a tree. That's funny. Alright. Having found myself in the city, I started to feel safe. No one glanced at me unkindly or threateningly. Quite the contrary, in fact. Everyone around me understood that I had not entered the city by accident, and there was only one reason why I was let in. Money. As long as I had money, I could stay in the city for as long as I desired. I found a place in the city where the Mushroom of Life used to stand, but the goblins had left only a stump in its place. They say it's good for soup. Sometimes the mushroom grows back and gets eaten again, but it takes a long time to wait for a new mushroom. How could you make it grow fast? Had they tried the growth elixir? Oh, I don't know. You should try it. No! I ate the growth elixir! Oh. I'm so sad. You look nice now. I went to the town hall to visit my friend, the local governor. I knew he would still be there. I knew you hadn't been removed from the governor's chair yet. Yeah, I can't move even a meter now. He was incredibly big and fat. If the goblins wanted to elect a new governor, they'd have to build a new town hall. You still haven't paid the exit tax, you cheat. How did you manage to slip past the guards? I won't tell you. I'm going to do the same trick again. Ha ha! I'm glad to see you haven't changed. Let's make a deal. If you do me one favor, I'll allow you to leave the town without paying tax. We made the same agreement last time. Do you see the chest behind me? It's the town treasury. Sometimes I hear someone open it and get their dirty hands in there, but my neck can no longer turn to see the scoundrel. Could you move the chest a bit to the side so that it's in full view all the time? Sure. I'm exhausted. Move it a bit more. 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 What do you want from me, bro? Really? Can I have an infinite deck of exhaustion? Is this intended? I pretty much just get, you know, convinced myself we're restarting here. This has to be enough, right? We'll go with 2 more after this. Wait, is each of these giving me 1 strength? That's enough. Yes, thank you. It wasn't difficult, was it? No. It should have been difficult. The treasury should be heavy, but it's light. Do you know why? Because everyone takes their money not to the treasury, but to the Golden Goblin. He'll ruin me. Oh, what's a goblin? Is he really golden? If he were golden, I would have put him in the treasury a long time ago. Ha ha ha! No, the goblin is not golden. He's trashy. As soon as you touch him, your money disappears, but the townsfolk touch him all the time. It's believed that the missing money goes straight to the Golden Buffalo. My people are ignorant, superstitious, and easy to deceive. Kill him. The Golden Goblin. Yes, don't worry about the consequences. I'll take care of the rest. Order someone else to kill him. Why me? Everyone is afraid of the wrath of the Golden Buffalo. You're not afraid of Golden Buffalo's wrath, are you? I need to think about it. Stay in the Goblin Town and die. A lonely golden goblin was sitting right in the middle of an empty square. Ask about his connection. If you don't believe it, just touch me. Sure. I say, if I don't draw all exhausts, he should be dead.
Was there some enemy, or have I missed?
I have
something?
30 strength. Go to the go. I'm back. I killed the goblin for you. I needed him, by the way. When I returned to the governor, he looked very puzzled. I killed the golden golem. I know. Did you touch his corpse? No, you didn't say anything about that. Everyone is afraid. Afraid that his gift has been preserved. How should we bury him? Listen, could you... No, I've had enough. Ah, well, okay. You deserve a reward, but if you also... 200 gold. Is that it? Ooh, the will to live. That's a good one. Vamp Boots is also good. Mandrake Root's also good. I'm so sad. I can't believe the growth elixir was what I needed and I ate it. Actually, I can believe that, I gotta be honest. That sounds like something I would do. Alright, I'm gonna kill this boss, because I think by progressing to Act 3, I'll get a bonus when I restart. Oh. Maybe there's some more lore here, too. Any property they call Tabang do. Something they say, blah, blah, blah. Where did you get your knowledge of the Orcish language? Didn't I tell you? I made it all the way from the Empire to the Heathland to the Crimson Steppes. That's when I got acquainted with the local customs and language. And why didn't you go through the Sunny City? Back then the humans and the elves were friends. That's why fugitive criminals like me tend to avoid that place. What crime did you commit? It would be easier to say what crimes I did not commit. Where did you get your knowledge of Orcish, Mortis? After all, you know it better than I do. I raised you from the dead, and I moved you back in time. But you're surprised that I know the Orcish language. I will never belong to you. Don't you even dream. Oh, you understand our language, but you can't give a decent answer. Well, why do you think my answer is not decent? A decent answer can only be given in a decent language. How do you say, I'm not yours in Orcish? That is problematic. There is no word your in the Orcish language. And how do they manage without this word? Well, if an orc talks to an orc, then instead of your, he says, not mine, tabradu. If an orc addresses a non-orc, then instead of your, he says, not mine yet, tabangadru. How the hell is that going to help me? Just rephrase it. Say something like, I belong to myself. Tab? Uh-huh. Tab. I'm glad we agree with each other, but your orcish is pretty bad. You should have not said just tab, but tabung. I said everything right. Who gave you the right to speak like an orc? You're not even a clan member. Wait, is that how we become a clan member?
Dare to challenge these two while they are together.
Huh. So there is a way for Vanadis to become a leader of an orcish clan, and I guess this is it, huh?
You're brimming over with power.
So how would you go about doing that? Oh, I fucked up. I guess we'll play this. You would have to... Oh, I should have attacked him. You'd have to become a clan orc, which I think is the event with the,
Death doesn't teach them anything.
Which event is that? There's a question. There's an event to join an orcish clan, and you like pay or hunts or something. Kind of pick. Well, this one's surprisingly well. So my basis for the class, I think, was spot on. I think boar tamer is definitely the way. I wonder if the Mad Doctor can cleanse my curses. Don't care. Here's my spot. The Michigan. Meh. There's a lot of meh. Ooh, that's a lot of evasion. I'll take it. I kept the Thief hat because it kind of, goes into the Thief build. If the first card it played is an attack, damage from that attack is duplicated onto a random enemy. Random character. We'll give it a shot. I don't like that card because it says random character. Which could include, of course, friendlies. We'll give it a shot. When I'm the ruler of the Northern Gate, I will definitely not break the truce with the orcs. I'll try to strengthen it. However, it is unknown whether the orcs will want an alliance with the weakened Northern Gate. Their respect can only be earned by force, and we'll be struggling to recover from the devastation for a long time. So, there is a possibility that this guy will be able to help me out. Am I really going to do this? You know what? Let's try it. I met a traveling merchant who makes the best elixirs in the world. It would be nice to have such a potion maker at your court. He wants to travel the world and find the best place to live. Well, I'm going to make the Northern Gate the best place to live, and I'll need his help for that. Alright. Do you like the Northern Gate? Are you kidding? I've heard a lot about good things about this city, but it did not meet my expectations, to put it mildly. It was the best place to live, and I'm going to restore the Northern Gate's former glory and splendor. Oh, good luck. You don't believe me. Not exactly. I see your desire and aspiration, but I don't believe that you're going to succeed. Is there any way I can convince you? Let's do this. I'm going to the Crimson Steps now. On the way back, I will definitely stop on the Northern Gate and look at your progress. Agreed? I'm gonna rob you. Because In fact, there's something very helpful that you can provide me right now. Right meow. Oh my goodness.
Stand against such power.
I agree. So by killing him, we get all of his super elixirs, and then we can just go right here. Pray to the unholy idol. I could not watch indifferently as a child pray to an unholy idol. He probably didn't even know what he was doing. However, I was yet to decide myself whether I wanted to get the power of the Inquilines or destroy it. I'm already a big girl, and I understand my actions. By sacrificing all of my HP, or excuse me, reducing my HP to 1, I am going to upgrade my entire deck and get ridiculously more powerful. And then, conveniently, restore all my HP, basically. I am a little worried about this fight I'm about to do, but it should be fine. Loyalty and a sense of duty are alien to demons. There is no alliance or even some sort of agreement between them. Every one of them has their own motives and pursues their own goals. The demonic gatekeeper doesn't care at all about the protection of the castle and the lord's security. Anyone who has enough money to pay for the entrance can come in. I can't say that it's bad, but when the throne of the Northern Gate becomes mine, the first thing I'm doing is changing the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper pretended not to pay any attention to Prince, but when the boar decided to return to his place after making a couple of laps, the demon gave my pet a solid kick. Death! So this is the demon gatekeeper. And playing 2 cards of the same type in a row. What? Playing 2 cards of the same type in a row, he changes intent to whirlwinds. I have a question. How did I take damage? This has happened before.
He'll just delay the inevitable.
I theoretically... Oh. I know. I might die. I know what did it. Yeah, that... got it. I do like the Boots of Weakness. I know what did it, team. This. If the first card played is an attack, we shall destroy it. So, if there's no other character on the battlefield, it hits me. And that is no bueno. Under the influence of demonic corruption, the court doctor has gone completely crazy. Although he has not lost his skills, it is nonetheless extremely risky to be treated by such a mad doctor. Such a person should be killed as soon as possible before he can harm anyone. Although judging by the bloodstains on his robe, he already has. The only question is whether to kill him right now or later. Do you not remove curses anymore? I don't think you do. Alright. Looking at men like Sigismund's court magician, I start to think about many things. Did I say men like Sigismund's court magician? No, he was most definitely a demon, but my slip-up was no accident. My impression of this a creature is that demonism hasn't affected his mind in any way. On the contrary, after being reborn, he only became better, smarter, and more powerful. What is an acceptable sacrifice for power? Can you sell your soul for the sake of achieving a higher goal? Is my soul that valuable? And is it worth trading the most valuable thing you have in order to get everything you want? Oh, if only I knew. With the help of this demon, I can create any spell I want, although I have to give every single bit of coin I have for it. After becoming a demon, the court mage of the Northern Gate changed only externally. He has not lost his mind, and his personality has remained virtually untouched. How did he do it? He did not do anything. It's just the Inquiline that possessed the mage has exactly the same character trait as him. And so he got lucky. You have to be a very peculiar person for this to happen. We're going to go ahead and create a spell on me. Healing. Balm. Health. This is my favorite spell. Alright, team. Maybe I should have looked for a potion to see if I could find a health potion. We're up against Sigismund. These potions can be very helpful against the boss. Going with no trophy is quite ambitious, but my goal here is to get full health for the automaton fight. Sigismund has done a lot of harm in the Northern Gate. It's good. It's hard to believe he used to be a good guy. I feel a bit sorry for him. He secretly envied his brother. What's the big deal? It's unpleasant, but it can happen to anyone. If the demons had not taken it upon themselves to corrupt his soul, he would have remained a decent person for all of his flaws. Nobody's perfect. Indeed.
Your story is coming to an end.
I really just want to see if I can go all the way
Let
with this
him
weird
rest
build that
a bit.
we've concocted. In theory, I should be able to.
Our meeting is close.
No, it's not, Mortis. This is one of the more fun builds I've done. Although it's missing a lot of pieces. And that is a
You decided to postpone our meeting.
crazy muddle. Well. Oh, that's bad. Well. Okay, we can mark the target. Bone shot costs 3. In bone shot, I can pierce, strike, and exhaust. Alright. I did a baby bone shot to trigger the balm and max HP. Troll's blood. Great. Weaken the strong. Ignition. Bats. I should have focused on playing exhaust though. I'm losing strength, which is not ideal. An illusion.
More are there?
We'll focus on getting rid of that. These illusions. I'm not too keen about them. I wonder how Trick works with Muddle. I can draw that, and guess what? It doesn't matter if its cost goes up, which of course it doesn't anymore. Which I forgot about.
You didn't fight fair. That's good.
But the cost doesn't go up anymore because we've upped it. What a bloody hands. Oh, goodbye, my evasion. It was nice knowing you. I don't believe there's any need for me to play my Elven Ale. That is a rather significant amount of damage, so I'm not going to take it.
So what does it taste like?
It's a mandrake root, probably terribly. Troll's blood. Wow, this is gonna hurt. I only get one evasion from this, so I will play it. I think I can kill him next
That's
turn.
very good.
I hope anyway. Part of the plan. Let's do a medium one. We'll heal. It looks like I'm gonna have to tank this. Which is whatever. Maybe we do kill the ad.
Don't let that happen again.
Well, good news. By taking this hit, I have, Are you taunted? You son of a bitch. It's time for, Boyo to come out. And just like that, Boyo's gone. I'm trying to kill him in such a way. Whatever. By killing the ad, of course, we stun Sigismund, so it's all well and good. And that is a dead Sigismund. So, we are going into this with 30 strength for 3 attacks. Could actually be really... I think I just double Mandrake. Here's what we do. I think I want the Boots of Weakness over that. That's 4 weakness, there's 4 turns of less damage. Okay. So, you were right. This time, the automaton acted differently. The prophecy is still the key to victory over it. But what kind of victory is that if there's going to be a third automaton after the second? There will be victory, but we're still a long way from it. When all the cards are revealed. What then? Then you will know everything. I would like to. Alright, what do you got? Show me what you've got. Ooh, drawing this turn 1 is interesting. Upon pet's death, it cannot be summoned again for the remainder of the battle. Isn't that completely insignificant? What do we want to draw and duplicate? It would be funny to have a second self-destruct. Weaken the Strong could be in play. I think we just want more pure punching. That's weird. Alright. I suspect, team, that this is a dub. The weakening does suck, but, that's tail down. Second self-destruct would have been funny. We'll take Ignite. We should have gone for the face. 12 poison? The fuck? Kills blood. We're going for the face. 12-24. We will go ahead and use a Super Elixir, which was just enough. Get that going. And you know what? I'll Mandrake. Tell me I won't. He fired his laser beam. The front is dead. That was painful, but you know what that means. Wow. These exhausts have really complicated matters. It means Prince can come say hello. Of course, if Prince were to fall, he could never be resummoned again. But he has Barricade, which is all well and fun. I also have 21 Balm, which is also well and fun. And as he's getting punched, I'm being healed even more. Well, it was a good show. Break beneath the endless tide. Ah! Yeah. Automaton deleted. But the prophecy must yet be fulfilled. So I'm back here at the Dwarven Hide and Seek, and the role for hiding did something different. I managed to lurk into a half-burned house and hid amongst the rubble, but the stubborn dwarves started looking for me. I grew tired of hiding, and they didn't want to leave. It got colder in a while, and I began to freeze. I finally decided to come out of hiding. The dwarves had already left. I searched the outpost and found nothing that could be of use to me. Even if there had been anything, the dwarves had taken it all already. Alright, shame. The legendary Batu the Smart, whose unprecedented stupidity has become a legend in the Crimson Steppes, offered me to serve him as a vassal. This did not bode well for me, but it was difficult to refuse. Although Batu is stupid, he's very strong and petulant. I looked at his vassals thoughtfully, although one glance was enough to understand that Batu's clan consisted of rabble worthy only of contempt. I decided to find out what their life was like under the rule of their glorious suzerain. I used to be a slave, so when Batu offered to join his clan, I thought I caught a lucky break. What a relief, I thought. But it wasn't to be. Now I'd be happy to be enslaved by some normal orc. It's too late for you to think about it. It won't take a no as an answer. But if you can run fast, you better run. He might not catch you. Thank you for the advice, old man. What's your name? Samson. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. I didn't hear. Can you speak louder? Samson. I ain't up at him, daughter me. Will be Mortis. No. Fun fact. Batu the Smart is so smart. So vastly intelligent.
The means don't matter.
That if you join his clan in like a normal playthrough, it is actually detrimental to the orcs. It is a good action. You're joining an orc, but he's so questionable that him growing stronger will, in the end, hurt the orcs. Am I taking this to my face? I think I am. I'm doing a little bit of a different path, so I just thought I'd share some of the funnier bits with you. Oh, knife throw. Also, I have a super greedy build, and I love greed. Increases max health by 20, gain 10 strength, lose 20 agility. Oh, yes, I'm in. I'm so in. What damage should we get back a random burn skill? I don't need agility. Agility, shishmility. Can't use any of this, unfortunately. Oh, yeah. That's actually so good for this build. I have the demonic armor as well, so I have plus 50 hit points. You gain block per exposure if you are exposed. The demonic set is really strange, because it's really all about... I mean, its design, right, is to kind of walk along a ledge. A fine line of how much penalties and bonuses you can manifest by sheer will. Wouldn't be bad to get more of the Crimson Steppes set. Okay, we're here for the Elixir of Growth. And we're not here to eat it this time. We're here to take it. The Golden Mushroom. So, I'll see you at the Golden Mushroom. Alrighty, welcome back to the Goblin Underground. We shall search for the Mushroom of Life, and with the Growth Elixir, we shall pour it onto the stump. I poured the stump of the Mushroom of Life. Before my eyes, a mushroom thin and long as a stick grew out of it. The mushroom was strong, too. I barely broke it off. Go to the Golden Goblin, who I killed last time. Give him the stem. What kind of stuff is this? Can you make it into a gift of the Spirit of the Steppe? I can. Give it to me, but do not let go. You hold on to one end, and I will hold on to the other. We grabbed the staff at different ends, and I felt my wallet rapidly emptying. The staff started increasing in size, while some type of energy was flowing on its surface. Don't let go. Keep holding on to your ends. A little bit more. Hold on tight. The staff is getting charged with the energy of the step spirits. See how swollen it is? Don't let go. The staff lit up and started trembling. Oh, won't it burst? Don't worry. Everything is working as it should. Have you ever made a gift of the steps before? I imagine this to be a little bit different. No time to explain, just trust me. You don't have any money left? Fine. You can take the gift of the steps. I don't need it. You did it, didn't you? Is this the gift from the spirits of the steps for the fire spirits? It is a gift of the stones, of the step spirits, just as you asked. But you didn't say anything about the fire spirits. To make a gift for them, I need a branch of the tree of life. This mushroom will just get burned or fried. Health plus 20, bomb plus 2. Each room restores 50% of your first damage taken. Ooh, that's nice. But it didn't matter according to the divination. Vanadis should offer it to the demonic idol, not to the fire spirits. Okay, sounds good. So I do have a bow. I have the troll bow, which might end up being... What is this? What's this fight? Hold on. Let me check. It is the Goblin Chieftain. All right. So I have the 3-piece of the robber set, which is all well and fun. But for every 3 cards you gain 1 strength, that's fantastic. However, if the Goblin Chieftain is able to summon its thing, that will not end well for me. So we're going to go ahead and equip the troll bow, and we'll use the last of the eggs that I picked up. And let's go Bonkerino. Goblins like to eat human flesh, which makes them not very pleasant to talk to. However, it is quite possible to negotiate with them when you can offer something better than meat. Gold, for example. I have already crossed the Crimson Steps once, only in the opposite direction. That time, the goblins helped me a lot to avoid falling into slavery to the orcs. They guided me through their underground tunnels, for which I am still grateful to them. But times change, and this time the supreme shaman of the goblins was not going to negotiate with me. I realized I said shaman earlier, now I'm saying shaman. Potato, potato.
A high goblin is something like a chief shaman.
So unfortunately, I don't have the drawing mechanics that I did.
You've acquired a taste for buffs.
With the shanking robber stick, we can draw quite a bit, but that's okay. Because I have lots of exposure. And that's the next best thing. And of course with the troll bow, not only do we gain some bombs so we heal up a bit, but every attack at the start of the turn will apply expose. And because I have the wolf fang, every attack that deals damage to health applies bleeding. And I have volcano.
What was he expecting?
Not too shabby. I wouldn't mind Fire Master. Bloody Hands could also be good. I already have the thing. I think we're just going to skip this. Gotta be honest. The Spiked Helmet. I'll take the Flitter next. Probably not going to use it. Having a bow means I'm immune to Barb, which is, like, incredible. Although... this is the 4-piece for the Thief set. Yeah, we'll keep the Fang. That way I can upgrade Source Spot as well. I have a Giga Pierce build going on. When I'm the ruler of the Northern Gate, I will definitely not break the truce with the orcs. I'll try to strengthen it. However, we read this earlier. Alright, so go in here. Probably just block this guy again, right? 16 events with him. Mushroom soup. How do I get some mushroom soup? Why are you going to the Crimson Steps? Oh, I know, I've been there before, but it just so happens that it's the last destination of my wanderings. How did it happen that it's the last? The last time I didn't find the Goblin Idol and I didn't get to meet the Golden Buffalo. Now it's time to go back there because I've already seen everything except these things. Tell him about the Golden Buffalo. Well, I could show you where I saw the Golden Buffalo, but it's unlikely that he'll be waiting for you there. At least now I know he exists. This is already encouraging. Thank you for the information. You deserve a discount on all my goods. Your wanderings are coming to an end. It's time to think about where you'll settle down later. How do you like the Northern Gates Castle? I'd heard a lot of good things about it, but it didn't meet my expectations, to put it mildly. The place is going through some tough times right now, but I'll restore its former glory. And I could really use your help in that. Will you be my court alchemist? If everything you've told me is true, then I promise to come back. Great, now I'm gonna kill you. Okay. Downside. There won't be any exposure here. But I should do a bunch of damage. And get some money out of this, I think. Do first. Cool. Oh no. Wait, what is this? For one turn, lose one energy, draw 2 less cards. How unfortunate. Not gonna stop me. Can't stop me now. Alright, this gives us our super elixirs. Yay, great. And now, just in case, I have no idea what's awaiting us here at the Unholy Idol. And we give it the gift of the steps. The High Priestess. The voice. We accept the gift. We seal the alliance between the goblins and the Inquilines by contracting with the spirit of the steppes. What does it mean? The goblins and the Inquilines are friends now? Delightful. Will I ever get some good predictions? Covenant of the Steppes. Upon summoning a pet, it gains 3 evasion. Recalling the pet does not impose summoning penalties. That's cute. Alliance treaty between the Inquilines and the Spirit of the Steppes. It should not have taken place, but it did. Well, okay. Is that really going to be my only benefit? Because it's not a great one. Provoker's Mess, that's funny. Well, you know the rules, Sam. Mr. Whirlwind's gonna get Mr. Bonked. I can also go Patronage to just be immune, which is amusing.
You didn't fight fair. That's good.
I mean, I just fully evade this, right? No big deal.
Wait until he opens himself up for a strike.
Okay. Deleted.
You have one less enemy.
Troll bow. Troll bow. Troll bow. Troll bow. No, we're good. Of course, back in my day, Tim. Oh, I could have taken the chess piece for here. Slight mistake. Back in my day. Ooh. There's literally 0 point to this 4-piece, but I can get rid of this now and have this, which means I have the strength bonus while using the bow. Clutch. I could also go for the 5-piece. Reset the cost of cards in hand to 0 until they are played. Jab inflicts breach. As far as I remember, there's no barbed, right? I mean, I have the opportunity for a full set. I can't say no. That's how the rules work. If you are offered a full set, team, you take the full set. Life does not go any other way. All right. So what else do we need from this? We have our potions of Giga Good, so... I might cut Vigor. Vigor could be good if we, Vigor could be good. I really don't feel like I need it, though. I don't need it. Alright, so just double checking. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Full set. Done, done, done. Life is all happy. Okay. Boop. 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 The full thief sets. So now, when visiting a vendor, gain 500 gold and 3 brand potions. Irrelevant. At the start of the turn, reset the cost of cards in hand to 0 until they are played. The Robber's Bandana, if you have no cards in hand, gain 6 jab cards once per turn. And we get the talent, jab cards inflict breach. This will make a scale with our piercing shenanigans. The chest piece increase our max HP by 15 and gives us 1 stack of evasion. And the effortless motion returns all burn cards to the discard pile. We can use this basically to have an infinite amount of jabs. To the question mark. I met the court blacksmith. To my surprise, despite turning into a demon, he had not lost his mind and had even retained a semblance of his human personality. Although I had not known him before, it seemed to me that he was quite a friendly and kind person. It is strange that even such people can be corrupted and ruined by the demons. Weird as it may sound, the blacksmith had been ruined by his love for his own craft. He is willing to work for anyone or anything. So basically we can offer him a piece of gear. We'll give away the demonic armor. And he will reforge it into something else. Oh, why don't you charge anything for your work? Because I love what I do. I used to take money because I had one problem. Fatigue. I was fatigued and therefore could not work for everyone. But lately I don't feel tired, so I can work around the clock. I want more clients. But not everyone has money. Why don't you feel tired? It is all about the wonderful idol that Sigismund has placed in the castle. I was advised to make an offering to it, and I asked for more stamina so that I could work more. The results exceeded all my expectations. To tell the truth, I have too much stamina now. After all, it was nice to have a rest sometimes, but now I don't need it at all. Only work remains of all my past pleasures. You're a demon. Fun fact, if you tell him he's a demon, as other characters, he gets very upset. Not at you, but like at himself. I guess we'll upgrade this so that it heals me if we need to. Alright. It's gonna be a real kick in the nuts if this is a Percival, or a Sigismund with... Do I want this? Or with Barb, but I don't think it is. Alright, Sigismunds. You've done a lot of harm to the Northern Gates. But now, the full set Vanadis is coming down. Is this the first full set of the DLC for me? Hey, Sigismund, I can't help but notice that I don't have the ability to remove your armor. That is weird.
Ocean of blood. Take a rest and calm down.
Calm down, I am calm! Ah, the thief set, ladies and gentlemen.
He tried.
It is not barbed Sigismund. Nice. We'll do this now so it gets out of my hands. Play all these cards. Play that card. Play all these cards.
Lie, you fool.
Alright, we evade these. Good job. And that's GG. Farewell, Sigismund. You got owned by a full set. The new automaton acts differently, but the card prophecy is still the key to victory over it. It means that Vanadis is pushing me toward fulfilling the prophecy. I am starting to suspect that we are acting in her interests. Wow, someone picked it up. You know what we could do? Is a single point of evasion worth keeping? Or should it be this? I think it should be that. Alright. Greetings, automaton. Oh, I was gonna roll. I was gonna use this to clone and draw puncture. How unfortunate. Well, this isn't bad. So, this is still the when the pet dies, blah, 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 blah. Let's bonk the back one. I cloned it for a reason. I think it's dead? Let's just make sure. Alright. Well, that's a good turn one. Alright. Now it's time to pop these potions and find out what we can really do. So we're going to pop the Super Elixir of Strength. Now we have 45 Strength. And one way to wield this power... Ah, magnific. Well, team. I hope this showcases why it is so bloody difficult to get a full set. And that's because it's just a little too good. The prophecy is fulfilled. The Priestess complete. Isn't it marvelous? Completing the Priestess unlocks for us the Empress, the true ambition of Vanadis. Battles take place under the sign of a certain element, fire, water, earth, or air. They give special effects to everyone on the battlefield. The rules are the same for everyone, but everyone adapts to them differently. So fun fact, in the early access, when there were no prophecies or stories attached to these, and they were a little bit different, kind of, I completed all of the tarot for Percival, all of the tarot for Bjorn, and the first two tarot for Vanadis. Although I want to say this one was different. This one was different because Vanadis worked differently. However, it was only the first two I completed. So the Empress and whatever these four cards are, I haven't the faintest idea of what they are. So I'm going into those blank. But that's not what's coming next. Next up will be a return to Percival to take on the Wheel of Fortune. You have to pass all four biomes. From the steps, you arrive in the bog. From the bog, you arrive in the steps. Upon crossing over to a new biome, the hero loses all items in the equipment slot. Will you trust the will of fate, or will you bend it to your own will? Does that mean that I can unequip all my items and it'll be just fine? Is there a little bit of cheese we can do here? We'll see next time. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed The Priestess for the Heroine Vanadis. Thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. Thank you to patrons and the channel members support channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you would like to stay up the channel, feel free to join the description down below. And I'll see you next time for the Wheel of Fortune.